Okay, let's turn these strings off, get down the transformers, and I'll tell you about them. All right. One closest to us is a pre-war American Flyer, and it's a 3110, and of course it's a freight set, and I have to look at my notes. I can't remember all the dates. It's 3110, and the locomotive was made between 1928 and 1931, and I believe this was a complete set, and I do not know the set number. And behind that is a Lionel, which will reverse itself because it's got a sliding switch here. It's what they had before they had E-units. This little sliding switch here will reverse it, and of course it slides towards the back. And Murphy didn't get me that time. And let's do a close-up on it. This was the most common version of the 253. And the 253 was made between 1924 and 1932. And this color is called peacock. And the cars are, let's reverse it again. Cool little reversing unit. The cars are called, oops, wrong transformer though. 807s, two 807s, and an 808 observation. And I'm gonna put some polishing compound on these passenger cars. I've gone over the locomotive pretty good, and you notice it came out it's a little darker and a little shinier. And up above is actually one of my real favorites because I love the color. And since I have to get up to use the reverser, I might as well just pull it back. And this is a Lionel 252. And this is, the color is my favorite. It's terracotta and maroon, which is one of the more valuable ones, but not in this condition. Let's get a close-up of it. It's pretty scratched, and I don't care. It just shows it's had a lot of love and care. And in the front you'll see a spotlight or headlight. Behind there you'll see this little lever, looks like a little ball, and that's the reversing lever. So this also has a hand reverse. And then you've got a couple of 529 Pullmans, and I love the faux stained glass windows over the side windows of the car, of the Pullman. And same with the observation. Those are 529s. Yeah, going dyslexic on you. And the observation is 530. And once again, really sharp colors. Let's move this Lionel 253 out of the way, and I'll show you my little winter set. And a lot of people don't know these. You may have heard about winter lines and not know that Lionel actually made them. And they were so cheap that Lionel didn't want to put their name on them. So I put this on my reversing track, and it runs just fine. They made the winter lines between I think it was around 1931 to about 1935, and they made them as cheap as they could to try and get themselves out of the red during the Great Depression. Lionel was in trouble, and they owed a lot of people. They owed a lot of money, and they managed to get themselves out of the red, not by these winter lines cars, by making cheap cars. It was their Mickey Mouse hand car, their wind-up, which I believe they only sold for $1. And they sold thousands of them at Christmas time, and that got them out of the red. So here's the 1010, and I've dropped my cheat notes. 1010 locomotive, and you'll see the little, what looks like a clamshell up front. That's a faux headlight. There's no illumination at all. And the passenger cars are 1011 and 1011. And they really did, I would say, superb lithography on them. Really did a good job. But unfortunately, the locomotive has a motor with no screws or nuts to get to the brushes. They're riveted on like the old post-war American flyers. And so you're going to have to drill, once your brushes are worn out, you're going to have to drill out those rivets. And most people didn't have that ability or knowledge on how to do it. And then replace the rivets with screws. So I think a lot of these got tossed out or given to the scrap drives during World War II. There's not a lot around. But, surprise, it runs. You know, it's a little jerky, but it's been setting for a long time. It also only has one pickup, so if you happen to have some dead spots in your tracks that all your other locomotives will go over just fine because they have two pickups, this one will not. It'll die. So, wasn't the greatest, and that's probably why Lionel wouldn't put their name on it. But it's part of our history, our trains, and I think they made a pretty cool little train. I don't want to change it. I suppose I could put another pickup on it if I wanted, or another motor in it. I don't want to scratch it. I rarely use it. I keep it in a box most of the time. But it's an important part of our toy railroad history. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this upload and all these old trains. And once again, this has been a Big Lizard production. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.